Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's Friday the 19th of February and I'm on my way home a tad earlier, 5:15, not really big earlier. This week it has been hellish. To be perfectly honest, it's been I don't even know what terms to put it in. It's been that bad. It's just been hell on earth. Complete and utter malarkey. It's Friday night, obviously the vlog I finished pretty early. Reasonable time. Got home fine. Everything was okay, really. I went to go sleep relatively early, and then Saturday morning woke up and for some reason my watch was pinging like a good one, and all I was getting was pictures of Aeropresses from eBay sales, just constant eBay sales. Oh, why am I getting all these sales all of a sudden? And then after that I started getting Amazon ones as well. I thought, well, that's really weird because I haven't sold them Aeropress on Amazon for a long time, because the Aerobe importer has shipped to Amazon to fulfill by Prime a load of them, and the price they're doing is ridiculously cheap. You just can't match it with the cost of shipping and also Amazon fees. So I thought that was a bit weird, and I went and checked, and evidently they'd run out of the Prime stock. So obviously the next people were getting the sales, which included me in the list. There is someone 1 penny cheaper than I am on Amazon who must have got most of them, but I'm still getting a fair few Aeropress sales through there. So what the devil's going on? And Sunday I went to see my dad, and he was like, oh, there was this show on Friday night about the Aeropress. I was like, oh right. And they did this this sort of blind tasting in the Trafford Centre, comparing 3 machines, and 2 of them were espresso coffee machines, so big espresso makers, and then one of them was the Aeropress. Now, I'm going to admit, it's a bit of an unfair test, because they were getting people to blind taste 2 espressos and then an Aeropress, which is going to be more of a milder coffee than an espresso, which is quite a strong hit if you're not into really strong coffee. And also the thing is, the one espresso machine's £500, one's 150, and the Aeropress at 25 quid, which is going to be the best. But they're all tasting black coffee espresso. Obviously the Aeropress doesn't steam milk for cappuccinos and lattes if you're into that sort of thing, so it's a bit more limited. But anyway, they did the blind tasting, and it turned out, you know, everyone went, oh, of the tasting of the coffees, the 3, the best one and the one I'd get would be the Aeropress, because I like the coffee the best, and you know, it's also great value. So consequently, this is what caused what is pretty much Aeropressaggeden. So yeah, that was it. So over the weekend I took probably in the range of a month's worth of Aeropress orders, and the big problem's been, it's not just that I've sold loads of Aeropresses, I've sold loads of Aeropresses with roast and ground coffee, and I do 2 packs, 2 different options, sort of a really expensive one that has the Skyberry, Austria Skyberry, which is a high quality coffee, and also then one that has just a blend I do that suits the Aeropress, and of course processing such a large volume of those has been ridiculously time consuming, because I've had to roast, grind, pack such a large amount of coffee and seal it up. It's I have now, I'm on the way home now, Friday, I have finally caught up. But Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday I was so far behind. Wednesday I was still processing orders from Sunday. I was that far behind. And it's just, I mean, I don't like being behind with stuff like that. normally my eBay stuff goes out the day the order comes in, and I'm really sort of fastidious about my eBay account. It's 100% positive, and the reason for that is, you know, I put a lot of effort into getting it so everyone's happy and whatever else. So being that far behind was really annoying me, but I've just not got the resources. You know, everyone else has got work to do at the business. They haven't got time to be messing about doing these, and I've got other work to do. I can't just do that all day. I've got other things to do in the business. I mean, we've had 2 pallets of tea bags and coffee sticks and sugar and whitener go out to one packing company that does holiday home gift packs, and 3, that was on Monday, and then we had 3 pallets go out on Wednesday to holiday homes. They'll eventually end up in France, but we only shipped them to Burnley to a forwarding agent, again for holiday home gift packs. So and then all the other stuff that happens in our, you know, day-to-day business. There's many things to do, so I've been doing my best to keep up and get through it all, but there's no way I was clearing all those orders, which must now well over 150 Aeropresses have gone out this week. So I'm off to my newfound friend again at the petrol station to drop, because the individual Aeropresses I've been doing by Hermes. A, because we'd have clogged up the entire post office in Halifax if we'd tried shipping them all through that. B, because I can drop it on the way home at this petrol station, so it's nice and easy to drop off at. And C, actually, if it's under a kilo, Hermes do it a better price than even the post office do for second-class parcels, and you can track it as well. So I'm popping in here now to drop off my last load, and this is it. I'm up to date now. As of now, I've cleared all my orders, so I'm going to drop my last few parcels in. It'll be like, not you again. Right, see you in a bit. Right, some recording issues there, but I seem to have negotiated those finally. Now I've got to extract myself from here, and there is zillions of cars because it's rush hour, so this is going to be a bit of fun. So dropped off, that is my last load now. I am finally up to date, which I'm very pleased about in the Aeropresses. It's been oh, I think he's let me go. I hope he was. I've gone anyway. It's been, yeah, quite a journey, to say that. I mean, even dropping Hermes parcels off, the roast and ground coffee ones, because there's 600 grams of coffee in there, and the Aeropress, it goes over a kilo, so they've all had to go post office. And obviously they're quite big boxes as well, so that's involved the warehouseman having much fun doing trips down to the post office. It was like 4 on Tuesday, yesterday was 3, today was 2, with a big sack full of all these boxes of coffee products as well. So yeah, it's been an unusually harsh and hard week. Obviously I shouldn't complain too much about sales and getting loads of sales, but I just quite like not having such a random event like that throwing out much more work than can be possibly dealt with. You know, a nice steady flow is much easier than having that sort of a thing going on. So, you know, a bigger business might be able to either pull in people from another area or employ just some part-time work to cover such loads, but the problem being I was that busy just trying to deal with it all, I didn't even have time to think about maybe getting someone in to cover it. One thing that I would say though is you know, a bit of advance warning about the show would have been helpful. And we know of Paul from Coffee Community, who actually did this tasting test as well, so it would have been really handy if it kind of said, oh, I've done this show about the Aeropress. If you want to anticipate a big sales hit, you might want to pre-pack some, because last week I could have pre-packed lots of them and it would have made processing a considerable amount quicker. But there you are. So that's pretty much been my entire week, has been packing Aeropresses and doing the invoices for them and doing the parcels labels for Hermes. It's just been monotonous and churning it out, and it's completely killed me off, to be perfectly honest. and was trying to fit in everything else in between that, but being conscious all the time I just got to get on and get it done. So yeah, a bit enough about that, but it's been quite a big part of my week this week, the Aeropresses. Last weekend, apart from getting loads of notifications of sales, I got a notification on Friday night from the Star Wars Battlefront team, which was basically to say that because the daily challenges, and they had like a community challenge that they wanted 3 million daily challenges completed by players, and would get like a special bonus. We did that. I didn't contribute very much to that, maybe a few now and again. I mean, I did try and do the daily challenges when they popped up, if they were relatively straightforward to do. You did get a good bonus with them, but yeah, I wouldn't really got that many, made them that much of a hit. But apparently, of the 3 million, they actually ended up getting 4.3 million completed in the time frame they wanted. So that was a massive amount over. Evidently, there's lots of people playing Star Wars Battlefront. So because of that, we got a bonus weekend of double experience and credits for playing over last weekend. Now, whoever it was, which person at EA Dice decided, oh, let's do that double XP weekend on Valentine's weekend. Thanks. Yeah. I mean, probably they're in America anyway. I don't even know if they're Valentine's Day in America, or if it's on a different day, weekend entirely, or whatever else. So, and they wouldn't probably care that people in Britain celebrate Valentine's Day, and they'd probably care even less that the minority of Star Wars Battlefront players, i.e. me, is an old git with a partner who has to do other stuff on Valentine's weekend and not play games. But so yeah, that was a bit of a harsh thing, and plus I hadn't really accounted for it happening. So I'd been at a late night Thursday night, so on the Friday night I ended up going to sleep early. So I didn't get to play then and make any use of it. And then of course daytime Saturday was doing stuff while else. So Saturday night I thought, right, I'm going to have a blast at it anyway. And really, I've got to remember, I'm not a teenager anymore, despite my best efforts to be one playing games and stuff. Because I ended up, I was playing and I was like, oh, that was last round, wasn't that good? I'll just have another one and see if I can get some more double credits. And it ended up, it was 5 o'clock when I eventually gave in, Sunday morning. And then my lad got me up at 8 AM, so through Sunday, 3 hours sleep. I was completely useless all day Sunday, really. So reminder to self, don't stay up really late playing Star Wars Battlefront, because it's not big and it's not hard. So I did have a right good session on Saturday night through Sunday morning, and considerably got my rank up, but I've still not reached 40 yet to get the Scout Trooper outfit, but I'm moving there slowly. Of course, the problem is, every time you go up a level, they want even more points to go up the next level, and likewise, so it becomes more and more difficult. But the presumption is you're getting more points per game, because you're getting better at the game, and obviously you get more points for all the things you do in the game, whether it's kills, or activating stuff, or contributing, and obviously if you do good headshot kills, then you get more points that way. So, you know, really, I should be getting easier to clear through, because I should be getting better. Not technically happening that much, you know. I'm getting there, but it's a bit of a learning curve still for me. Still now on just trying out different guns and things, but I've kind of worked out that I need to tailor what guns and the hands, whether I have a jetpack and whether I use like an explosive, like a thermal detonator, or go for one of the long-sighted ones on the map, because, you know, some of the wide out open maps you really want a long-sighted thing. Maybe my favourite homing shot, which is now a bit defunct because it takes so chuffing long to lock on that they've disappeared by the time it's even figured out what it's going to do. The pulse cannon actually is a good long range one, and that seems to work well for people. I should give that a try, but whenever I have tried it, I've just found I never hit anything. But watching some footage playback, it's obvious that what people are doing when they're aiming with it is that they're watching where the person's going to go and accounting for the lag, so they shoot in front of them, knowing that by the time the shot's got to there, it's gonna get them. So, which is something I never, you know, I'm sort of aim, that's where the person is, bang, oh, I've missed. And yeah, that's sort of accounting for that, I've not really thought of. So maybe something I have to work out if I get a chance. So yes, generally, other than that, I had a pretty, well, that was alright on the Saturday. Not really had any chance to play it since, because I've been so wiped out doing all these Aeropresses that every day I've just been wiped out. So back home now. It is the youngest 6th birthday today, and I just left some presents this morning, but I kept back the Lego ones because I knew no one would be bothered to do the building of them with him. So I've brought back the Millennium Falcon and some various minifigures as well to build up, and so that's what we're going to be doing now tonight, I should think. Hopefully he's had a good day. So I'll try not to reverse into the fence, not be good. The bin's still in the way. The bin wouldn't be awkward. Come a day late. Actually, I think there's neighbours' bins, none of ours in the way. Put me all out of sorts. Getting up there. So yes, there I'm heading in. That's my week. It's been really tough, to be honest. Filling so much stuff and roasting and grinding and packing so much coffee. But you know, that's life, isn't it? Have a good week next week, and hopefully I'll be less moany and miserable in next week's coffee vlog. See ya.